Oh, from an overhead crane. Ah, I see. All unlockings, all locations have now been unlocked. That's exciting. Huge core-powered crane. The driving mechanism is complex and requires.
I wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
Yeah, probably.
He owned this site and paid us. We all hated him because he looked for any excuse to cheat us out of our wages. I didn't hate him any more or less than my mates. It's difficult to work properly. You'd have to know what you're doing to drop it at just the right moment. That's around the time I'm given a few minutes to eat something. About then I would have been buying myself an apple at the stand down the street.
So I have to check his alibi.
The man's a right bastard. I hope he smokes.
And it crashed. I don't know what made it crash, but clearly something did. So, yes. Hopefully that's not now a permanent state where it's going to crash every so often. Hopefully it's not messed with the, what's it called? Save file. Save game. If it has, then... if it hasn't, then happy days, we get to continue. That was a better load time than last time. Where are we up to? Assume... Oh, right, oh, the start of this one, so... I'll inspect that. Yes. Then we'll... Yes. And then there's the crate that came from the thing. It wriggled and wriggled and wriggled inside her. And then we'll get watch. So that stopped at 117. So yeah, so I think the stab wound it would have been 6 minutes to kill him.
I know the man. He's hated by everyone.
Okay.
I suspect that there is at least... He appears to have been stabbed with a perforating weapon, perhaps a spike of some kind. There would be bleeding and it would affect motor control right away, but death wouldn't come...
6
I
minutes.
suspect that there is at least one deadly toxin in his system.
Oh, that's it. Okay, right. So 6 minutes from the stabbery. Oh, did I not look at the footsteps? Footprints. I didn't mean to do that, but alright.
This site and pay. It's difficult to work properly. That's around the time I'm given a few minutes to...
I should go back and ask about this.
Okay, so we'll go and ask.
The man's a... Well, I'm not a crane.
Move out the way.
Eddie?
So, the big problem we had was when we tried to use Eagle Vision here. Anything unstable there? Why is that unstable? Oh, that's just the edge of the map. I see. Here, there be dragons. Please contribute to the benefit fund for the man who had his arm crushed. Any help would be much appreciated. Okay, what?
I should go back and ask about this.
Yeah, that raises questions because I don't know what it means. Ah, rumbling.
My best chum is maimed for life, and Ashton didn't care a fig. He deserved what happened. Beyond that, I'm mum.
I know I made a crack earlier about everyone stabbing him at once, but I am starting to get that, very much get that feeling. It's going to be very difficult to prove who did it, I think. Apple, probably poisoned, because that's the tradition. Single bite, the inside of the apple is oddly pink. Poisoned.
He's my husband. Each day I bring him the household expenses just after he eats his apple. I also brought him his invitation to the knighthood ceremony. The one with the special scepter. Of course, he wasn't going to take me along.
Oh, no, sorry.
I often tie up my hair around a knitting needle. What business is it of yours?
Okay,
This is scandalous.
the timing then would work, thinking about it, because that would be about 1:10, and it takes about 6 minutes. Although, unless the point is, it wouldn't be because he died at 1:17.
He stopped by here every day at the exact same time. He'd buy an apple and try to cheat me out of tuppence. But then most folks do that. Yeah, that sounds right. Came by for an apple. He was there when we heard the crate hit the ground.
So okay, so assuming that everyone apart from the suspect tells the truth, that means that Frank's telling the truth. So we'll head to the pub and then the pharmacy. I mean, I probably should go to the pharmacy first and follow his footsteps. Exactly. But I'm here now.
Ashton stops in front of this pub every afternoon to check on business rumours. Something of a bastard, Ashton. Told me he had a bit of jam on the side, if you know what I mean. Wife didn't know about it. Well, the bit of jam wants out, but he won't let her. That's the sort of fellow we're speaking of.
Okay. Some clues, I think. I think this is one of them. Go on.
Next time, I'll just stay down and sleep till it's time for
Dude's an interesting article. Hendrix Refinery brought to a halt. Apparent sabotages destroyed machinery at Lawrence Hendrix Foundry. Rumours circulating imply that John Ashton is behind the sabotage of his competitor. Okay. So well, he's got a motive, but I think everyone's got a motive based on what everyone's saying. A Webley revolver. So
I
that's
wonder
how
if
he
someone
was
can
shot.
tell me more about this.
Okay, so he was shot by Hendrix, stabbed by his wife, poisoned by the Apple person.
That was Ashton's doing. The man had it in for me. He paid workers to wreck my machines. Cost me a fortune. As long as he was around, I'd never prosper. As a matter of fact, I do carry a revolver at all times. It can be a dangerous neighborhood for a wealthy fella such as myself. This proves nothing.
Well, you had the means and the motive and the opportunity. In fact, like basically, the spin of this is everyone's guilty. It's just who dealt the killing blow. I quite like the idea. It's very what's-a-majiggy. Cardassian. Everyone's guilty. It's just you've got to work out who's guilty of what. Medicine box of Ashton's prescription with a few remaining blue pills. He must have dropped it along the way. So, was he poisoned by here as well?
He's been coming to me for years. He arrives precisely at 1 o'clock and leaves 2 minutes later. He takes a bluish medication every day and prefers that I administer it.
So why is he taking the bottle?
Mary is a trusted assistant. As far as I know, she's completely above board. Today, she swept the shop and prepared some medications. She also fetched herself an apple from the apple stand.
Is she the jam?
I see him here every day. He can be unpleasant, but I don't really know him.
That's clearly not true. Okay, what does it say? Contains chemicals, warning not to be ingested. Chemical 1 is bluish in colour and is listed as causing erratic movement after 10 minutes and death after an additional 16. Causes jaundice about the eyes and has an extreme anesthetic effect. Chemical 2 is pinkish in colour, so that'll be the apple, and is listed as causing erratic movement after 2 minutes and death after an additional 9. So it's about working out, like, okay, this thing is the thing. I think it's the blue because, it's an additional, so that'll be 26. So it can't be the blue one. Chemical 2 is 11 minutes. Okay, right, I'm going to have to Is it right here? Alright, what have I done? No. I thought that would have been like, how do I find the, is it this one? Ah, no, that was it. I can't, there isn't a menu on the left. This update has broken things. Right. Right, the watch is 117. The agenda. So Apple is at 109. And I want to see this, the pharmaceutical capital, 109. So that's 11 minutes. That'd be 120. Oh, apparently I didn't ask him about. So Frank was away at 117 apparently. He shot him, did stab him, which is kind of what I thought anyway. So it was 6 minutes from then. He dropped the blue one, so that was starting to have an effect on him. What's in the size of other poisons? There's a scrap of paper that's flashing at me. Addressed to Thomas Reese. Pharmacist. Tom, my dear brother, I have recently made a most upsetting discovery. The man who forced the foreclosure of the family farm is none other than John Ashton, your very client. His behaviour in this affair is beyond indecent. Both father and mother are reduced to penury. You and I both must contribute all we can, although we each have obligations of our own. At the very least, you must cease to do business with this dreadful man.
I should go back and ask about this.
So, I think that's everything, isn't it?
This really is none of your business. He came to me for his blue medication. I gave him blue medication.
Okay, so that's everything from this one. But he didn't start. Well, unless dropping it counts as erratic. And then he started running? By his footprints, it looks like he's running. He's not walking, where they're slightly closer together. Oh, dear. Right. Then he goes into the pub, where you shoot him. Then he goes over here. Okay, so he kind of wibbles around a bit. Where he comes here. Hello.
Girl who works at the pharmacy? Yeah, she slipped me an extra threepence. She had a special apple just for Mr. Ashton. I gave him that one when he come by. Mr. Ashton did look strange-like. Eyes all yellowish. And then he turned pale after he bit into the apple. Almost green, really.
Okay. But, I mean, we knew that he was poisoned. Like, yeah, so we knew he was already poisoned, then he was poisoned by the apple. I'll actually need
He
to make
appears
next
to have been stabbed with a perforating weapon, perhaps a spike of some kind. There would be bleeding, and it would affect motor control right away, but death wouldn't come for another 6 minutes.
Right, let's start. Let's get a pad. So, death, question mark. So we've got crate. Okay, so time would be 117. So, like, that's when the crate dropped on it. Blue. Poison. Pink, poison, brackets, apple. spike. So, yeah, so plus and so that was just 117. What was the other one? Gunshot. Now the problem is, I don't like how long did the gunshot take, because he wasn't killed by the gunshot unless he followed him. So, I mean that's one thing we can actually just rule out. Think about it. So let's go back here. Oh, right, now you are working. Dreadful crimes. Right. Right, the bluish colour is blue one is plus 26. The pink one is plus 11. So that's from his apple. The spike was plus 6, and he was shot with the Webley. But we don't know when that happened. I mean, so I think the crate was the thing at 117. So from the pub, he was there at 105. But that didn't kill him. The at 120, the pharmacy would be 126. So I think it's the spike, because I don't think it's the gun. Because the spike was from the household account, so that actually makes sense as 116. As he's kind of like, as he's dead and collapses, the crate is dropped on him. So I'm going to go with Mrs. Ashton.
I'll be the toast of the town.
But what was that business about a knighthood ceremony? In any case, Mr.
He's a man in London, or more than one way to skin a cat. Wealthy business owner John Ashton of Times. Yes, I have 5 times. So 80 was he that his business rival, his employee. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought she was the Mary. Poison shot, stabbed, and finally crushed. Ashton came to a very gruesome. I know I'm kind of says I've got it right, but I am slightly wary because I mean, I'm confused. It's one of those things where I'm just suddenly quite wary of like the way she responded. Like, yeah, I did it. I do not know what's going on with this frame rate. It's a bit 4 stars. That ending was a bit weird. But there we go. Stop dying, frame rate. Stop dying. Right. I think some of the kind of relatively minor tasks are going to be alright. There's Dilip Singh down, and then we've got the mission for Jacob on the origin of Syrup. Oh, and there's another one here around Buckhouse. Right. I don't know if it's just the frame rate is just maybe something to do with the thing more at the end now, but having said that, the other games, so I wonder if it's just Bandicam and Assassin's Creed Syndicate not getting on. I say, no, of the 4 I'm playing at the moment, 3 of them are using, so I don't know why we're having frame rate issues on this one in particular, on this game in particular. I think I will take a break, and hopefully the game will be slightly improved, and maybe I say another update. What a terrifying thought. There we go. He says. Can I do any upgrades? Some will be better than I am. Little rooks. To get the children. Certain carriages are better. Certain fireworks vendor likes it when things go boom. He'll reduce the price of all bombs by 50%. Black market affiliation, things get cheaper. Something to do with alcohol. Alright. Bookmaker. Hire professional bookies and make money at the races. Doing so will increase the train hideout income by 500 every 3 minutes. The maximum space capacity goes up by whatever it was. Don't do that yet, so I might leave it. Wait for this. Send an enemy. Increase which your health regenerates. That will be useful, but I only have 2. extra defense? I think I'll leave it because I can't really work out what I want. But as I said, I'm not entirely sure what's happening with the frame rate, and it's getting worse now. So I think I'll put the stop cut in there, and we will find out what happens next time. I mean, it's trying to fix the crash from before in the footage. But yes, at the game next time. I might do some more of the side quests, or I don't know. We'll see. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching.